What's that? Okay. All right, quiet. Thank you.
Let's quiet up.
All right, Aaron, just for 1 second, taking it down again. Are you going live? We're gonna do the new news segment.
The new?
Not this week though, but next week. And it's gonna be the old Detroit Dungeon theme. It's gonna be pretty smoking. And then we're gonna do that song right there for the Tune In Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have 2 songs.
Everybody put your phones on airport mode, airplane mode, or whatever it is.
Well, I like for people to share it and then do that, but whatever. Yeah.
What's up, John?
It's not going to be green. There's stuff behind us. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, just go with Facebook. Why? What's up? Okay.
So I'm just going to go live on Facebook and whatever.
Okay, that's fine. You ready? So we're just going to be live on Facebook.
All right, here we go. Inside Channel 313 Studios, live from Russell Industrial Center. It's Tune In Tuesday.
Yeah!
With your hosts, Kelley Jean VJ.
What's happening?
Woo! We are back after a long break. It feels so good. It feels so good to be back.
We were gone like forever.
You know, we're a little bit older now.
I know we are. We actually I turned another century.
You know what? I'm smarter now.
Yes.
I think my boobs got bigger.
They did.
I mean, oh my God.
Now they're in 3D.
I know.
Double D.
And if you can
D.
see my nipples, you're very welcome.
There you
I
go.
don't know.
You're getting the extra portion of the show tonight.
Disclaimer.
That's
Our
right.
disclaimer underneath. Rated R. Rated R. So how you guys doing?
Yo!
Good to see everybody.
We got a great audience here tonight.
Yes, we
A
do.
lot of men here, just like
Oh my gosh, I didn't even
Tongue
realize.
waggers here tonight.
Who?
Tongue waggers. You know,
Tongue
right?
waggers. Okay, well, I'm the only girl. I didn't even realize
I
that.
know, you are the only lady in the house tonight.
I love that.
There you go. Look at all
Well,
this
hello,
attention.
boys. Hello. Welcome.
We have in the house tonight Mr. Dave Debiasi in the house tonight.
Yeah, he's got some artwork.
Yep, he's got some artwork. Cave Radio does all kinds of stuff. He likes metal, and he's a big fan of Jesus, right?
Amen.
Yep. And we got another David in the house. We got 2 Davids in the house. I'm telling you, 2 Davids in the house. David Hooper's in the house tonight.
Yeah, buddy.
He does some stuff with Cave Radio too, and I don't know if you know this or not, but he's got a great movie out. It's called The Anatomy of a Great Deception, and it's all about the 911 conspiracy kind of
Well,
stuff.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to that.
It's a great movie. I've seen it. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. And tonight we also have
Live.
Mr. Jeff Hoagland in the house.
Yeah. Jeff Hoagland Band going to be playing live for us in a little while.
He's going to be doing some old school blues.
Oh, my
so
goodness
we're gonna
gracious.
have a fun evening of blues and conspiracy talks and all kinds of painting. And once again, it's Tune In TwosDaze.
Yes,
what you
it
come to
is.
expect here. We are going to be doing it all the way up until 11 o'clock in the evening. Tony, I know you're out there saying, why is this not working? The reason is we're on Facebook Live tonight. You can watch this on Facebook Live, and then we'll be restreaming it right after the show on YouTube and all of our other channels out there, including hopefully Instagram. So check us out right now on Facebook Live. Tune In TwosDaze.
Woo!
That's where we're at. We'll be right back with the news. News coming up right after this. See ya.
Okay, let's do it.
city, and we're going to let you know what's going on, because if we didn't tell you, you wouldn't know. I'll let you start.
It's February, it's freaking cold, and there is a winter warning tonight. So it's at 3 a.m., I think. I think it might be a little treacherous drive to work in the morning for people, so just be careful out there. February 7th, which is actually, what, tomorrow? Tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow, one of my favorite bands in this moment with a classic rock band, POD. Yeah. Remember POD? Yeah, it's an all-ages show, and they're at the Fillmore down in Detroit. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster. If you're not familiar with In This Moment, you need to check them out. Maria Brink, she's a badass. She's hot. It's a great band. So is POD. I haven't heard them in a long time live. So it's good to see them back. Just check it out.
As we know, love is in the air. Everybody loves it. Exactly. Kelley's not feeling the love of Valentine's Day. The arrow is shot her in the ass.
You know, this is what I think of Valentine's Day.
There you go. That's what she thinks of Valentine's Day.
Bite my ass.
I know some of you out there are looking for romance, healthy relationships. Well, guess what? They're going to have it just for you. They're having a romance and fiction authors. Well, now come on. You might benefit from this. Check this out. There might be some single guys out there. We got fiction authors while we discuss ways to be healthy in the body, mind, and also in the spirit. Okay. So this event is going to feature relationship expert, life coach, Leslie Griffin, and authors Hassani and Shelby Ali. Now,
oh my gosh.
Not only are you going to get that whole mind thing going on, but you can also maybe pick up some fiction too. You know, get a little crazy in the room. Your partner is the person you choose for a lifetime.
Okay.
Well, I'm just letting you know. I mean, you know, obviously you're single again.
Okay,
so, you know.
well.
Anyhow, so that's the initial thing. And you know how it can get. Like, you got your partner.
We don't want to announce the whole
hot,
single thing.
You're
because
having sex all the time and everything like that. Then all of a sudden,
really?
Bam.
Wow.
Then all of a sudden,
how
bam.
Does this happen?
The honeymoon wears off. He's growing a stomach, she's growing an ass. You know how it is.
Well, that's always good.
You know what
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Exactly, but you like big stomachs.
No.
Okay, well, there you go. So anyhow, so this is all going to go on over at the Thinking Coworkers Space Lofts, okay?
Okay.
Spaces, I'm sorry.
It's like a lovers thing for hippies or something.
In a sense, yes. It could be like that, yes. It's going to happen Saturday.
Smoke a lot of weed, maybe drop some acid before you go.
You know how it can go.
Very
it can
beneficial.
go like that. It's going to be over at 14346 Jefferson. That's in Detroit, and that's called the Thinking Coworkers Spaces Lofts. Saturday from 1 to 4.
Saturday.
There you go.
All right, well, this next event is being hosted by Magic Ninja Entertainment, so you know it's going to be freaking fabulous. It's the first ever Astronomicon. Now, what is Astronomicon, you may say?
What is Astronomicon?
Metro Detroit's newest pop culture convention. Fun for the whole family, so it's an all-ages event.
Do we have a video, John?
It's February 9th through February 11th.
Okay.
It says 5 p.m. till 11 p.m., but you might want to check the website just in case I may not have these times right. But it's at Wyndham Garden, which is in Sterling Heights. Yep. Do we have a video?
I don't know. John, we got a video?
Got a video?
Astronomicon, Metro Detroit's newest pop culture convention, is landing February 9th through the 11th at Wyndham Garden, Sterling Heights, Michigan. Meet Napoleon Dynamite's John Heater and from Sons of Anarchy and Bates Motel, Ryan Hurst. Pro wrestling legends Kevin Nash and Booker T. Eric Bischoff and Bruce Pritchard. Scott Hall. Astronomicon, Metro Detroit's newest pop culture convention, is landing February 9th through the 11th at Wyndham Garden, Sterling Heights, Michigan. Meet Napoleon Dynamite's John Heater and from Sons of Anarchy and Bates Motel, Ryan Hurst. Pro wrestling legends Kevin Nash and Booker T. Eric Bischoff and Bruce Pritchard. Scott Hall. Astronomicon, Metro Detroit's newest pop culture convention, is landing February 9th through the 11th at Wyndham Garden, Sterling Heights, Michigan. Meet Napoleon Dynamite's John Heater and from Sons of Anarchy and Bates Motel, Ryan Hurst. Pro wrestling legends Kevin Nash and Booker T. Eric Bischoff and Bruce Pritchard. Scott Hall. Astronomicon, Metro Detroit's newest pop culture convention, is landing February 9th through the 11th at Wyndham Garden, Sterling.
Free video games, celebrity photo opportunities, contest, cosplay. They have a lot of cool people that are involved here. guy, Sons of Anarchy and Bates Motel star Ryan Hurst, Napoleon Dynamite himself is gonna freaking be there. We got Butcher Baby's Carla Harvey from Detroit. She's gonna be there. Gosh, there's so many people here. I just can't even.
I think the commercial said it all.
The commercial said it all. I mean, they've got like horror icons. Oh, Sid Haig is gonna be there. Bill Moseley is gonna be there.
I thought he was dead. But
He's
he's
not dead.
He's gonna be there.
Mr. Creepy Pasta. Yeah, I mean, it sounds really, really super cool, and you can check out all the details at www.astronomicon.com. Oh, that's a mouthful. Astronomicon.com. Or go to Facebook to their event page, and you can find out more information there as well.
Awesome.
Awesome, man.
I wonder if I would fit in at that Astronomicon. I think
you would.
I think I would. Tomorrow night over there, Cliff Bell's. Cliff Bell's is where you want to be tomorrow night. Getting you in the mood for Mardi Gras and all that swing jazz and all the fun stuff. RJ Spangler, you know RJ. Mardi Gras band, he's got T-Bone Paxton. He's going to be over there. Cliff Bell's tomorrow night. You know how they're going to be doing it? Mardi Gras style. Once again, T-Bone will be bringing the Mardi Gras spirit to the Detroit audience for many years. Come on out. They're going to be doing it all night long. Do not miss a minute of the fun. It's $10. That's all it is to get in to see RJ Spangler. So go check it out tomorrow night. That's it. Good old Cliff Bell's. What an atmosphere they have over there.
Oh, I love it there. So like 1920s.
It is. Good feeling, good vibe.
All right, so on February 9th at 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. at the Crowfoot in Pontiac is Be My Bloody Valentine, which is actually sort of the after party for the Astronomicon. So if you go to the Astronomicon, you can get in for $10 with your ticket stub. But if you don't go to the Astronomicon, it's $20 to get in. Featured performers are Twisted, Boondocks, The Scarecrow, I Am the Rock, Red, Gorilla Voltage, and more to come. And once again, it's at the Crowfoot Ballroom. And yeah, you can find out more about that on their event page as well.
Cool. We got a great event.
Oh,
yes, exactly. We got a great event coming up on Sunday. I don't know if you're familiar or not. Dilla Detroit happens again. They've been doing it now. It's going to go into its third year. And this year is going to happen over at Dime, which is located at 1265 Griswold. That's over in Detroit, Michigan. It's by Crazy Noise Productions, and Modern Tribe Communications are going to be putting it together. And I don't know if you're familiar, obviously, Jay Dilla passed away a couple years ago. And they always do like some...
We met his mom at the Music Awards.
Yeah, Ma Dukes. Yeah. So I'm sure Ma Dukes will be out there. And usually those have special guest after special guest. Now, I don't even think they actually list anybody for the party and stuff like that.
They just all come out, pay tribute.
Yeah, pay tribute. And
but you're gonna see,
you're gonna see some
people.
Yeah, you're gonna see some heat, man, when it comes to it. So it's gonna be on Sunday from 8 until 12 midnight. I'm sure it's gonna go late. As always, a great time for Dilla Day and also Dilla Detroit. So that's number 3 happening this Sunday over there at Dime in Detroit.
All right, Friday, February 9th is Cat Williams.
Oh, Cat's out of jail on bail.
Over there at the Fox Theater down in Detroit, Cat Williams is a real funny little guy.
I love Cat.
He's crazy, though.
Especially when he's being arrested. No, just kidding with the fucking Cat.
I mean, no, seriously, you see him in the news all the time, getting in trouble just for just the most weird, random things. Like, he would be a trip to hang out with.
Cat Williams.
He would be a trip to hang out with. I wonder who's tinier, him or Kevin Hart?
I don't know.
We should put him in a ring. We should put him in a ring and make him fight.
There you go. Celebrity death.
But yeah, you know, and my next story is another comedian. I'll say that next, but yeah, it's like a competition of the comedians that day. So
there's something kind of comical right here. You're gonna love this one.
Okay.
Drunk dodgeball.
Yeah.
That's right. Everybody wants to get fucked up and
whip balls off of each other's heads.
We'll be talking about balls a couple times here tonight. We'll be talking about balls at the end of my stories here. But anyways, let's get down to this. Anyhow, drunk dodgeball is going to go on. We got DJ Mefta is going to be there. DJ Mefta is going to be turning it out over there at the Tangent Gallery. Is going to be going down once again. The games commence at 8 p.m. Okay, and once again, I think it's this Saturday if I'm correct. Double check that though. It's drunk dodgeball.
What date?
I want to say it's Saturday. I believe. I didn't grab it, but I believe it's Saturday. So anyways, drunk dodgeball.
Saturday, all right?
You want to get drunk, and then you want to whip this ball in somebody's face.
Now that actually sounds like, if I still drank, that sounds like it'd be so much fun.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Fuck you!
Exactly. Boom! Right in the
Freaking
face.
awesome.
I just don't find any fun in getting drunk and just getting hit in the face with.
Ooh, I used to. I used to like to get really drunk and just wrestle.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah!
Okay.
I would get mad when I wouldn't win, but.
I like to get
But it
drunk
is fun.
and box with women in bed. All right.
Oh,
that was bad. Where's my?
All right, so also on February 9th, over at the Royal Oak Music Theater is another funny guy, and you would never know because he starred on Full House. He was also the host of America's Funniest Home Videos.
And he
for
hasn't
many,
showed
many
up on the
years.
sexual predator list yet either.
Right, which is really weird. But but Mr. Bob Saget is gonna be performing, and it's definitely 21 and over to see his show. It's Friday at 8 p.m. If you've never seen,
I was gonna say, have you seen him?
I have. I've never seen him live, but I've seen one of his comedy specials.
Is he funny?
He's dirty as hell. Like you would never imagine that he came from such a wholesome. You know, he hosted so many.
Look at that.
Oh my God, your computer just like broke out on you.
Oh yeah, it
Your
did.
device is talking to you.
I know, it's like, you just got a virus, fuck you. But anyways, yeah, Bob Saget, I was so surprised when I saw him do his comedy skit because he is definitely an R-rated show. I don't know who's going to be dirtier, Cat Williams or Bob Saget. What do you think? I think Saget's going to be dirtier too. Agreed.
What the hell was he talking about?
He's dirty.
Yeah?
He's really dirty.
I'll have to check him out.
Like you would never expect it, but he's hilarious.
Right.
Yeah, because you would just think his first book was Dirty Daddy was his first book.
Nice.
That's so funny. Oh, and he stars in the Netflix series Fuller House, which you will not find me ever watching. So
Why not?
Oh my goodness.
Is
gracious.
John Stamos Blackie on there? Remember Blackie back in the day?
I would guess
Oh, there's
he is.
dating you right there, Blackie.
Yeah, I would guess he would be. I don't know.
You don't remember that, do you? General Hospital when he was on there?
I do. I am that old. Don't forget.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so
Luke
we got
and Laura. I remember
That's
Luke
right.
and Laura, okay? When they got married, it was such a big deal.
All right, so anything you want to do this Saturday, this is the event you want to be in. Once again, Saturday seems to be the day. It's the Cupid's Undie Run 2018. That's right.
Oh, you find all the fun stuff.
Exactly. 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. over there at the Fillmore. This February, be part of something great. Here's how it goes down. The Michigan Berries, all right? They call themselves the Michigan Berries for annual Cupid's Undie Run, a brief fun run that takes place in the middle of a big party. It better be taking place in a big party. Where's that water at, man? Where's that gin? No, it better be taking place in front of this big party because, man, it's going to be cold this Saturday.
So what, like, they're going to start...
Get in your undies. Here's how it goes down.
Yeah. Explain this
let me just explain it. So you're going to get to the Fillmore once
I'm
again.
always in my undies.
Exactly. So you're going to get to the Fillmore, okay, and then you're going to probably get drunk, or at least have a couple beers, or maybe some hand warmers or something, okay?
Are they going to have, what are they called? What are the girls they like warm the guys up on?
Oh yeah, fluffers.
Fluffers. They
might have a couple fluffers. You never know. I don't know how this is gonna go. They're not gonna have any fluffers. No. Anyhow, this is actually for a good cause. It's actually for neurofibromatosis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
actually
a charity event.
And it's a genetic disorder that affects 1 in every 3,000 children.
Okay.
So we encourage you to come out in your underwear and stuff like that. You can do costumes, you can and all that great stuff. You don't have to come out in your underwear, but it helps if you're Kelley Jean. You can come out in your underwear. Now keep in mind, guys, you might get a case of blue balls, and I don't know if they call it blue vagina with the ladies. Or
I'm very highly educated.
Exactly.
I know words.
Exactly. So why don't you go on out there? It's a nice little event. Maybe there'll be some donations, I'm sure, going on. So it's for the.
It sounds fun, yeah.
Yeah. NF
Anything that says you have to be in your underwear is gonna
exactly.
be fun.
So you'll be able to run around the city of Detroit in your underwear, and you won't get arrested.
I feel bad because other guys get shrinkage.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So.
Hey, Mr.
You better bring your sock stuffer.
Well, that's what we get. That's my last story tonight. My last story is the best
Am
one.
I still, you guys? All right.
doing?
Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Am I good?
Oh, look. Oh, there you are. Oh, wait. No, I see
You know,
you.
I never plan when I get dressed. I never plan like where we're gonna put the microphone. And today my outfit just wasn't really sufficient to put a microphone anywhere. So
All right.
we had to wing it. It was all right.
We
got this. We're
We
pros.
were going to put it on the last of your nipple, but
I would need two. I would need one on each.
exactly.
The one nipple would get really
Yes. Ready? You're up.
Am I? Oh,
Yeah.
I am. Oh,
Yes, you're
okay. So also on February 9th, they're doing Recure, a 40-year celebration of The Cure. God, that makes me feel old.
Wow.
The Cure's been out for 40 years. Oh,
Kids
woohoo!
Original goth, Robert Smith.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I will say
He's the original.
that when I was like in 7th, 8th grade, I was so into The Cure.
How could you not be?
Oh my God, I loved The Cure. And I'll say that I still, to this day, love The Cure. Anytime The Cure comes on, I'm very much into it. But
Boys
the
don't cry.
you are too? You love The Cure?
Boys don't cry.
Boys don't cry? I make boys cry.
Yeah.
All right. So they're called Recure, and they're going to be playing 2 shows at the Magic Bag. Oh, part 1 will highlight 2 of the biggest Cures of the Cure's albums, Disintegration and Wish. Part 2 will feature a huge set of other well-known Cure songs and deeper album cuts. It is at 8 p.m., $12 in advance, or $15 at the door, featuring DJ Pink Noise. And once again, it's at the Magic Bag in Ferndale.
Yeah.
So Cure fans, get all emo.
Get all emo. Yeah, there you
Get
go.
all
The
emo
original
and get
emo.
out there.
The original goth.
Totally off subject, but what was the song on the Crow soundtrack that The Cure did? Do you know? Anybody know?
Yeah, Purple Haze.
Huh?
We did a remix of Jimi
No,
Hendrix.
they did their own original, but it was cool.
Yeah, they did a
And
Purple Haze.
Oh
song.
God.
wish
Now
I
it's
could
gonna
remember.
drive me damn crazy, but I
Yeah,
can't
it was
think
Somebody
anything
look it up.
about it.
I'm not seeing
Somebody
it.
look it up and send it to us. But yeah, I think that's what it was.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, that
dun.
was another one.
Right.
What was it?
Ah,
We
it's in
don't
my
know.
head.
Somebody's gonna get it to us. Anyways.
I hate you now. I hate you.
We got so much more going on. She Loves the D. That's right. She Loves the D is going on over
good
there
Lord.
at the Leland Hotel. And we have a great lineup that night. We got DDT presents the final, the last She Loves the D. Oh no, that'll never happen again. It's gone. Big time rooms going on. They got the main room. They got Megahertz going to be there. J Rabbit, Churney's going to be there. Aphrodite, drum and bass from back in the day.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I think maybe we might go over that one. That's
Yeah.
going to be a good one. Worthy's going to be there. They got the bar room going on. They got Deadbolt. Diesel Punk's going to be there. Jesse James, El Neon, and many, many more. Once
Ooh,
again, that is
that's a good one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
going on this weekend over at the Leland. 9 p.m. start, 18 and up. So it's going to be a fun one, and you know how to go till 4 o'clock in the morning. If you don't know where the Leland's at, then you just don't go. That's the way it is.
Hey, I might be
Thank
willing
you
to
for
hit that
inviting
up.
me. I don't know where it is.
I might be willing to hit that up.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll have
Yeah, we'll go.
I'll have my son with me, but he is
That's
of
all right.
age, so.
There you go.
All right, so Saturday, February 10th, one of my all-time favorites. See, I don't know, it would be like I would probably want to go to this instead. The Crystal Method.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness gracious, I was so into the Crystal Method with Fancy Pants at the Grasshopper
Did you say
Underground.
fancy
Wow.
Fancy Pants with a Z at the end. Fancy Pants. Am I good? Am I good? Saturday, 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. It's 21 and up, free before 10 p.m. with RSVP. And everybody knows the Crystal Method. Well, everybody my age knows the Crystal Method. If you're not familiar with the Crystal Method, you can find them on soundcloud.com/the Crystal Method. And you can also find Fancy Pants on SoundCloud. It's Fancy Pants with a Z DJs.
Grabbed by the pussy.
Yeah, you can do that if you want to.
And yeah, 21 and up, free before 10 p.m. But you got to RSVP to get in for free.
Cool.
Cool.
They got a cool little thing going on over there at MoCAD. This is kind of neat. It's called Hip Hop Camp, okay? And they're going to cross hip hop and architecture with kind of like urban designing, creative stuff, and everything like that. So let me just give you the lowdown. It's Hip Hop Architecture Camp. It happens each Saturday now through the month of February. And it's an intensive experience which is designed to introduce underrepresented youth to architecture, urban planning, creative placement, and marketing and development and all that great stuff. So over the couple weeks, they're going to build all these things and all this knowledge and stuff like that. And then at the end of it, they're going to present what they've learned and everything in like a cool little music video.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, anyone who wants to get out, I believe it's free. Yep, admission is free. Contact the youth director.
With registration, yeah.
You got to register and stuff like that. No big deal on that. MoCADDetroit.org is where you want to go to. And yeah, you know, here's what they got this little saying. It's the 4 C's: creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking. And there you go. You got the architectural hip hop camp. I'm sorry, the hip hop architectural camp going on this Saturday. So starts at 10 a.m. in the morning, so you got to get up early, but I'm sure it's well worth it. But go check it out, MoCAD.
All right, so on Sunday, if you're not doing anything, at 7:30 at the Soundboard, which is in, which casino is that?
That is Motor City,
right?
yeah,
Yes, Motor City.
Yep.
That is on Grand River in Detroit. You can catch 3 doors down. They're going to be doing an acoustic set. I don't have much more information. Imagine it's adults only, since it's in a casino.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I don't know how much it is to get in, but...
They let you smoke.
Huh?
They probably let you smoke.
Yeah, they probably do let you smoke.
Go see a
Just
band,
cigarettes,
smoke a
though.
cigarette.
No, you can't smoke in the...
In the soundboard, you can't.
No,
They only want you to smoke if you're throwing money in their machines.
Wrong, I know, it's so wrong.
Somewhere.
Damn it.
Our good friends, the Derby Girls, are doing it again this Saturday, as they always do, from 5 until 11 p.m. over at the Masonic Temple, and it's going down. The Grand Prix Madonnas will kick off the action when they take to the D-Funk All-Stars and try to break their winning streak. That's right. Next up, an intense fight. Detroit Pissed Offs and Devil Knight Dames are going to be there. It's going to be all night long. And as always, they got the after party. It's going to happen at McShane's Pub. Yep, over there on Michigan Avenue. So make sure you get down there. $15 to get in. 12 and under is absolutely free. Always a good time with the Derby Girls at the Masonic
Derby
Temple.
Girls we had on the show, they were nice.
Yeah, they were
cool,
awesome.
Man. Good people. Make sure you go see yourself a good time. Take the kids.
So on Sunday, February 11th, they're doing a thing called Quicks Women and Queers Comedy Showcase.
Come on in.
It is.
At,
I know we have a guest.
Who's at the door?
Well, hello there.
All right.
So it's Sunday, 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. It is bring your own booze, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Right.
$5 to $10 suggested donation, but you can go in for free if you would like to.
Right.
This is the second Quicks Women and Queers Comedy Showcase at Trumbleplex. They feature exclusively women plus LGBTQ performers, but everyone is welcome to come and enjoy the show. They're featuring Melanie Hearn, Ariel Mock, Lauren Uchalik. Oh gosh, I can't pronounce any of these damn names. They have a lot of cool performers with really weird names. Yes, with really weird names. This is a monthly event. And they said, you know, rather than be a space to hide in the corner or laugh at ourselves, as lovely as that sounds, we want the event to help promote the proliferation of more varied voices into the broader stand-up community.
Yeah, it sounds like a good time.
It does. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's free, and you can bring your own booze, too. Which
That's
is
the
pretty damn
main
cool.
thing, when you can bring your own booze.
Yes, sirree.
Once again, we got that ball story coming up right after this.
Balls.
A wine down. Whatever you want to do is you want to do some yoga and you want to drink some wine. Booze Farm maybe would be one of the wines you want to stay away from when you're doing yoga. But if you want to, you can get down over at the House of Pure Vin, actually, the House of Pure Vin.
No, this is actually a thing.
This is actually a thing?
No, like I've seen like
Really?
they do this. Yes, I watched a show called Vanderpump Rules, and they were like doing this on the show.
So you do some yoga and you drink a little wine, do a little more yoga, drink a little more wine. Who knows where it could land you? Who knows where this could end? Anyway, it's going to go down over there at the House of Vin, Pure Vin, 1433 Woodward Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. February is Heart Month, by the way. I don't know if people know that, Heart Month.
Like healthy heart.
Healthy heart and everything like that. So get your heart flowing with a little bit of wine, a little bit of yoga.
And we want to send prayers to your father.
Oh, yes, my father was actually, yes, my father, yes. Strogan Bull's dad is laying in the bed right now. He had a heart attack, so
And it's heart month. So.
And it's heart month, isn't this crazy?
So we need prayers.
Yes.
Send good juju.
Yes, that's right. So we're going to wind down after you do your yoga over there. And they're going to have wine, they're going to have some hors d'oeuvres, and it's all, you know, you can join all 3 weekends for $25 a weekend. So it's going to happen throughout the month of February and Sundays from 1 to 3.
Is all the wine included?
I don't know how that works.
Those prayers for VJ.
It seems like
I mean, for that price, I would think.
Yeah, I
right?
think so.
You know?
I think so. Yeah, they got wine hors d'oeuvres. So yeah, I'm assuming that you're going to get some free wine out of it. You know,
Kind of cool.
might not be top shelf, but it'll be good.
All right, so Saturday, February 10th at Eastern Michigan University, which is in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Some awesome bands. We've got Stone Sour with Hailstorm. It's at 7 p.m. I don't have the age or the price here, but I love Hailstorm.
Yes.
We went and saw Hailstorm. Where were we at? We were at
Some concert.
no, it was the thing they do, the Freedom
Fest, yeah.
Freedom Fest
yes.
thing. Yeah, and I just remember she played something on the piano, and I started crying. Do you remember that?
I do.
Oh, man.
Emotional.
She got me.
She
She got me. She's so good live, though, you know? She was just singing and playing the piano, and here's me in the crowd. I'm just like bawling like a big baby. But definitely a good show. And I've seen Stone Sour, and they're awesome, too, so.
And you got two more stories? Or
No, I have one more story.
I got one more story, too. This
Okay.
is like the event you do not want to miss.
Okay.
The Mardi Gras Beads Initiative. Where are we going with this one?
Titty bar?
Bees for Bulges. Once again, we're hanging out over at Menjo's. Yeah!
Hey, I was close.
close.
We're at Menjo's.
I was close.
It's that sexy time of the year as the boys come out and give us a sneak peek. Woo! At the goodies as they earn their bees to see who comes as the final highest count. Isn't that going to be neat? So the more beads you get, it's because of your bulge. You might be taking them. Oh, by the way, there's like a mystery prize being awarded to the man with the biggest haul. So right there, that shows it. So once again, the more beads.
Hopefully it's a blowjob.
It might be. You never know. No, I doubt that. But they're going to have hurricanes and margaritas specials all night long. Remember, boys, you've got to get them beads because it pays off in the end. So I don't know if anal beads count or if it's just beads that you wear around.
Anal beads, definitely.
Maybe they do count. Okay. So once again, that's 9 p.m. over there at our favorite place, Menjo's Entertainment Complex, 928 West McNichols Road, Detroit, Michigan. Once again, Beads for Bulges, getting you in that Mardi Gras spirit. That's right.
Woo! I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it. All right, so on Tuesday, February 13th, AWOL Nation, Here Come the Runts Tour. It is at 7 p.m. and it's an all-ages event. And they are fighting leukemia and other blood cancers with Music Saves Lives and DKMS. Register to be a match today at musicsaveslives.org/events. Once again, it's AWOL Nation, and it's at the Fillmore on Woodward in Detroit. And that's the last of my stories.
That's it.
I don't have any heartwarming Valentine's Day stuff to talk about. Nah.
Nothing?
Nothing, man. I got nothing.
You got nothing.
So that was it.
That's
That was our news. Yeah, baby. We got a great show coming up
We're going to
tonight.
break away.
Yes.
Yep, but we're going to come back real quick. In fact, we're going to have them stand up and just run right over here right now. Debiasi in the house. We're coming right back with our first guest right after this. See you in a minute. Tune in Tuesdays.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
I'm all upbeat. I'm like, we got to give him a chair, you guys.
Again.
Can somebody hand me like a Kleenex or something?
Okay, let's do it.
joining us tonight,
Thanks
sir.
for having me, Mr. VJ, Miss Kelley.
How you doing?
So we were talking to Dave earlier. He's a painter and he's an engineer. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
And you do your own radio show on Cave Radio, which we'll talk about with Dave Hooper too when he comes on a little bit later on. But let's start off with you and your painting. This is obviously a nice little helmet here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do a lot of different things. This is more like an old school pinstripe style.
Okay.
You freestyle it?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
So I
Can
brought
I
some.
touch it?
You can. It's a helmet.
Okay.
Look at what we got.
Oh, like, can I
here.
touch it? Oh,
And then I
my
brought some
precious.
panels. So I do different medium, obviously stuff like that, and then
That's really
these
cool.
are just panels I like to mess with. And then I got some.
Neat.
I brought canvas, and I also have a guitar over there.
Here, let's go. Let's see this one.
These match.
This one.
Whoever
is
buys this has to buy this to go with it.
probably. Oh yeah, I brought those too.
You're like, I forgot.
It's amnesia.
It's cool. It looks like one of those things, like if you're in a like a psychology thing, and they're like, "What does this
What
look
do you
like?
see?
to you?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
see?" So that one I see a rocket ship. This
sure?
one I see a city. You know what I'm?
I don't know what that
Joe, right
means.
there, you?
I have no
One
idea
for
what that
Joe.
means.
I'll just go let Kelly hold that for a second, Joe.
I don't know. So when you're painting this stuff, do you just like go with the flow?
Some of it,
or-
like this one, is based on something someone else did. I thought it was
Okay.
cool, so I just reproduced it. This is just typical old school hot rod style.
Okay.
That one I was just kind of up late and threw something down.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for my daughter, so
Oh,
she
okay.
liked that. Yeah.
So you do bikes and
I'll
cars
do whatever.
and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bikes, people,
People, there's
shoes,
what we are.
Shoes.
cars,
Like,
whatever.
I'll do it all.
Guitars, yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
where's the
Hold
guitar?
on, we gotta bring the guitar up over here. Can we grab the guitar?
And then my favorite painting so far is
So when did you like get into art? I mean, like ever since you were.
I've always been into art since I was a kid, but 4 years ago I took
at
it
that.
real serious. And
Oh,
this is my favorite so
wow,
far.
that's absolutely gorgeous. Now, is this based on a real
My-
picture?
This
or?
is based on a real picture, and my wife was the inspiration for this one.
Damn, that's your wife?
Well, no, but she looks like that, so.
well, hello there. Beautiful.
So we got to show it. You want to go to, let's
Yeah,
take that and show it
absolutely
to,
gorgeous.
were we able to see it out there?
Did you get a good?
No,
Yeah, good,
you
good.
gotta
No?
show the camera.
Did I?
Sorry.
I am not used to TV.
That's okay. Just-
I know it's hard to tell, but if
Good.
you look close, this is not a photograph. This is a painting.
Yeah, that's painted.
So when you paint it, do you use oil paints or
That's mostly airbrush.
airbrush?
Yeah.
And then,
Some hand paint too. And then I did this guitar for a good friend of mine.
look at that.
I want to see it.
That's the Breaking Bad guy.
The Breaking Bad guy.
I want to see the front.
Who I think was a bad guy, actually.
Let me see. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it turned out
wow.
kind of rad, yeah. So,
That's fucking wicked, man. I love that.
Sale.
I love it. Yeah, is it for sale?
no, it's not mine.
No.
No.
Oh. Are these all for sale?
No. Yes.
Oh
yes,
yeah,
and
that's your
yes.
daughter's. Like if people wanted to buy this stuff, like do you have a website or anything? Or
Working on it, I'm going to build it. It's,
Okay.
It'll be dcdlabs.com.
Okay.
For now, you can contact me at dcdlabs@yahoo.com.
Okay, cool.
Okay, great, man. You guys do a
Cool,
little
cool.
radio show. Let's talk a little bit about that before we lead into
Yeah.
our next guest. You're on a radio show called what?
It's currently called Down the Rabbit Hole.
Okay.
We're in the process of a rebrand,
Okay,
but we do it every Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. on Cave Radio.
cool. The master behind it is Mr. David Hooper.
Mr. Dave Hooper is the mastermind, yes.
Behind it.
So what is the subject?
Subject matter is typically, we take current events, history, and science and tie it in with the Bible and dissect it and either prove it, disprove it, really just to maybe get people to start researching some things and be interested in it.
Well, I've watched Zeke Guys, so that was a good start,
Zeitgeist?
right? Zeke Guys.
Probably you should probably watch Hooper's movie instead because
Okay.
it's probably more factual. But
Okay, I watched that, and there was another good one that I watched. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I used to get it real into the conspiracy theories.
Loose change.
Loose Change,
yeah.
maybe.
No, I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, I used to love the Jesse Ventura show.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Okay.
You know what's crazy though is like that show just got canceled out of the blue. Like,
Oh,
like they just put that shit
conspiracy.
down, right? You know
It
what
was
I'm
a
saying?
conspiracy,
The
that's
best though, the best episode that I think was the Denver airport.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Like the whole thing behind that Denver airport is crazy.
It's pretty creepy. Super
It's
creepy.
crazy. It's like the
Super
whole
creepy.
place is just like it's like an occult. Like there's some.
That's well said.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, if the people at home haven't heard of that, then they need to Google the new Denver airport.
If you just
Denver
Google
airport.
Denver Airport, and you'll find it. It's,
Murals, the murals that
Oh,
they
yeah.
painted over.
They
Who
painted
wants
over
it?
those?
They painted over them.
Really?
So,
I didn't
most
know
of them
this.
they did, yeah. But there's still pictures. I mean, because you would walk through this airport and there would be murals of like death, literally.
Yeah, it's really creepy.
Death, like people with gas
It's covering
masks,
kids'
and it
eyes,
would
like, okay, don't look at this.
right.
It's
It would
really
like
strange.
depict the end of the world as you're walking through this airport to get on an
Nice.
airplane.
So it actually meant terminal when you
It
got
meant
on.
Yeah,
the whole
literally.
airport was just crazy, and they
Scared of flying.
and they
You're
spent
not already
millions.
scared.
They spent
Yeah.
millions and millions of dollars building this airport, and it was only open for how long?
I don't know.
A couple years.
I think the concern is what's under it.
Exactly.
Right? I think, yeah.
There's bunkers. They say there's bunkers under there, and that's
Ah.
where the important people are gonna go.
I'm sure
End of the world.
David is going to fill us in on all
Yes.
the sneaky stuff here in a couple of minutes.
Oh, I
so-
can get into it.
I
I can get
can
into
tell.
it. I know about the chemtrails. I know about
So you're catching on.
I know about all that.
Cool. So you going to be displaying your artwork anywhere? Or are you looking to do any stuff like that? Or
I might do an art show at a friend's tattoo shop. He converts it to an art gallery once in a while.
Cool.
But I have to actually compile some art in order to do this.
Gotcha.
So
Well, you
finding-
have a good collection
It's
here.
I
I'm
need
sure
like
you have
30 pieces.
Oh,
And that,
okay.
I work a regular job, so it
Yeah.
takes and I have small kids, and
Aw.
it's very busy.
Yeah.
So, but
Oh, we
I
love
plan on
it.
doing it. Yeah.
we love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. David Debiasi. We are glad you stopped by, and we hope to see you real soon. We'll listen
Thank
for
you
you on
very
Cave
much.
Radio. Give a shout out to where Cave Radio's at. What radios? Say it.
CRBradio.com, or you can go to our website, genpopmedia.com.
Okay, cool, man. David Debiasi.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
sir.
Right,
Pleasure to
thank
meet
you.
With movie producer David Hooper here on Tune In Tuesday. We'll be right back. All right. Swap that up. Got it. David, come on in.
What I'll do is
A trailer to David's movie right now. I got the. Yeah, by the way, we got the trailer to David's
My
movie
nose
right
is
now. Go
gonna
check
be
it out.
all
We're gonna go check it
red
out right
if
now.
I
Anatomy
blow
of a
it.
Brain.
It's like
My awakening began with a simple question. It occurred when I saw a familiar clip showing President Bush on the morning of 9/11. I'd put almost no thought into the particulars of that day for 10 years, but that was about to change.
Fires in high-rises have never brought down a steel frame high-rise building.
It sure looked like a controlled demolition, in retrospect. I couldn't stop at this point. I needed to know more. Of all of the 9/11 information I've come across, this may have been the easiest to spot, and yet it provided me with one of those stark moments in which the reality of 9/11 sunk in. Researching late every night was starting to disrupt my home life. My wife didn't exactly see eye to eye with me about 9/11. Back then, she still believed the official version. But more astonishing is there's no mention of Stratosec or Securicom in the entire 567-page 9/11 Commission report. Of course, that was no surprise by now. Did I forget to mention that the same 9/11 Commission did not mention Building 7 a single time in the entire report either?
The flight you're referring to is the
flight that came into the Pentagon.
How does he get nanothermite? How does he get NORAD, the FAA, and our air defenses to look the other way? Or get access to the interior of all 3 towers? Or get 19 guys to kill themselves? Or get NIST and the 9/11 Commission to tank their investigations? Or keep the media quiet? Spawning even more questions and fueling the early stages of what would become my spiritual awakening. Practicing.
One.
Hey!
We're back.
We are back right now with movie producer David Hooper. Thanks for coming by,
Yeah.
man.
I'm with the J's.
You're with the J's.
J and V.
J's and the V's. The V's and the
VJ,
J's.
KJ. It's easy to remember.
So you're the man behind Cave Radio Show Down the Rabbit Hole, and we talked to David earlier. It's like David and David is how nice. And when did you start the Down the Rabbit Hole show?
I was being interviewed on a bunch of radio shows for the movie, and it just was resonating well. And the funny thing is, Dave, who you just had on, I met at the premiere of my film at the Fillmore. And yeah, I don't want to say anything I'm not supposed to, Dave, but he went through like a massive tragedy right after, and we actually became really good friends. One thing led to another, and he said it really well. We do a show where we talk about the things that you kind of want to talk about at parties or that you think about, but you don't really do it.
You don't want to bring up religion, or you don't want to bring up like politics.
Yeah, I mean, this is about
you do, but you don't.
the universe, quantum physics, demons, angels, aliens. You know,
Oh God, I love it.
There are things going on there, and it's really kind of where science, history meet the Bible. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's funny. You guys were the first television show that I did before, right before our premiere, and you know, over time, investigating 9/11 led me to understand that there's an organized evil out there, the kind that can only exist if there's a God and if the Bible is true. And it's really more of a science show, if you ask me. But
now we did come into your segment here with a snippet of your movie, The Anatomy of a Great Deception, and the one thing that really kind of stood out with me is like you were just an average guy that really bought what the government was telling you. And now you've really switched your entire life over the situation, going as far as to produce a movie about it.
Yeah, well, 9/11, by the time I produced The Anatomy of a Great Deception, I was personally way beyond what 9/11 meant. And yeah, I was a regular guy.
I don't mean that, you know, as an insult, but...
No. You know, whatever that is,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think I would have been in that category of regular. My son was going to be born in a couple of months, and I just started with a question that it just stumbled onto it by accident one day when I was watching a clip on CNN where George Bush is sitting in this classroom with his book upside down. And, you know, Andrew Card walks up to him and whispers, "A second plane has hit the second building. We're under attack."
Right.
And he's left in this school, which was on his calendar for 3 days, and as many as a dozen planes were thought to be hijacked. And I just thought it was odd that the Secret Service would leave him there.
Right.
So I went looking for an answer. Now, I never found a good, plausible answer. The best one I found was they didn't want to alarm the kids at the school, which is laughable because these kids practice fire drills all the time, and literally the balance of power in the world is at stake here. And this president sat there for 35 minutes, not knowing if, you know, some hijacker decided to, you know, get ambitious and, hey, why don't we just fly into a school? That's a much easier target than trying to whiz through buildings.
Right.
And one thing led to another. You know, I started to investigate who really financed it, who was really behind it. And at the end of the day, I mean, this was 11 months of full-time research, but I basically found God because I found the evil that God warned us about. This is so far from the kind of person I was a few years ago, you know, now 7 years ago. And, you know, there's a big difference when you go from considering to wondering to knowing. Because when you know, that kind of changes your life a little bit. And so...
There you go. Perfect.
Hold on, let us
Better?
touch you.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta touch you too.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, I've went down that rabbit hole myself.
it sounds like what you were saying off camera, you've done some...
Well, it's like you hit one thing on YouTube, and then you just start going down the YouTube rabbit hole, literally, and you find the one thing and one thing and one thing, and you'd be surprised the shit you learn. And
You know,
Now, let me ask you though. I mean, when you're out
people
there on
think
YouTube,
you're crazy when you start talking to them about
well,
the stuff
yeah,
you
but
know
you
too.
think a lot of it might be even kind of like made up and stuff like that, or you think a lot of it is more true?
There's a lot of truth to a lot of things, but you have to do a lot of research to come to it. I would say, you know.
I'll say it like this. I mean, we're literally up against the greatest deceiver known in human history.
And who is that?
The devil himself, Satan. I mean, I'm betting my life on it at this point. And 9/11 at the end of the day was just a small little operation that is put on by this very amoeba-like, ambiguous network of you mentioned a bunch of them, the Masons, the Bilderbergs,
the pedophiles in Hollywood.
And that's actually even bigger than what.
Right.
So
they're doing like sacrifices and stuff.
This is actually much more common than you think.
I know.
This is going on in everyone's hometown.
Yeah.
And there's two realities in the world. There's what is portrayed on mainstream media.
That most people believe.
Which is
candy fed.
Absolutely. It's hard for people to understand this until you go look behind the curtain. But it's absolutely bullshit. Total bullshit. And the other reality is, it's the millions of stories from people that were on the inside of these events, whether it be 9/11 or Sandy Hook or Bilderberg insiders that have defected or Illuminati family members that, you know, they leave their families and say, look, man, I swear to God, these people praise Lucifer, we sacrifice children. And it took me a few times of like listening to these testimonies and interviewing some of these guys where it finally hit me, wait a minute, they're not crazy, everyone else is brainwashed.
God bless Corey Feldman.
He was right.
I know.
Without a doubt, he was right.
So let me ask you, I got two questions. One, what happened to all the passengers on the plane, do you think?
Okay, so I don't know. This I don't know.
This is the only little question I've always wondered.
Look, this is scary stuff. Like, you want to know?
Well, yeah, they just killed 3,000 people in a building, so they have no problem with taking.
So you got to understand, the people we're talking about have no problem murdering 3,000 people.
Right.
So this is a personal theory, but if you talk to the air traffic controllers that were working at Cleveland Airport that particular day, the two flights out of Boston landed at Cleveland. Everyone was deplaned. And they walked into a NASA hangar. And by the way, NASA is nothing more than a studio. It exists to change our view of what the world and the universe is. It is, in fact, NASA in Hebrew means to deceive, by the way.
Oh, wow.
So what's scary is everyone saw all of these people deplane. Of course, you'll never hear this on the news. And these people were never heard from again. And I suspect they were probably just assassinated.
That's what I was thinking. That's the only thing that I could actually.
And that happens more than you could ever imagine. But if Anderson Cooper doesn't tell us that, then
we don't believe
it's hard for your average housewife.
I actually think that the hijackers that were involved with supposedly hitting the building, those are the ones that flew the planes and they assassinated.
If you're good, at one time I was a real expert on 9/11. Since then, that's been a few years, and we're working on 2 new films at the moment. I heavily doubt those hijackers were on any of those planes at all. The BBC came out with a number of news agencies, actually. The BBC is a known name. I mean, that's something we all recognize. And a few of their reporters went finding the families of the hijackers in Saudi Arabia, in the Middle East.
And some of them showed up alive.
Half of them were still alive. I just talked to my son this morning. He's fine. And one of them was surprised. His face was all over the news as one of the hijackers. And he's like, I'm a taxi driver. And it was such a completely fabricated. It's what Goebbels said in Germany before World War. If you tell a lie big enough, the bigger you tell it, the easier it is for people to believe it. Lie big, and the masses will follow. And that literally is happening in this country.
Well, here's the great thing about that in a sense, too. If you question it, then you're thought of as a lunatic.
So you mentioned Cat Williams earlier.
Now
here's what's
well, he knows because he knows he's been called a lunatic.
Look, I'll tell you this: if you don't want to be criticized, say nothing. do nothing, be nothing. I had one of my coaches told me that when I was young, and it's very true. But Cat Williams is a guy that absolutely understands what kind of evil we're up against. And it is no accident whatsoever that the people that speak out about it, the Charlie Sheens, the Cat Williams, the Rosie O'Donnells, when you think of those names, you think, oh, they're a little imbalanced, they're a little off.
Yeah, oh yeah.
By design.
I don't. I gravitate towards people like that.
You know, it's weird. I mean, that might be talking about the spirit that's in you, where you're listening and you're open-minded.
Yeah.
But the design by the mainstream media, which at the end of the day is controlled by just a small little handful of people, just a few. Right. And when, you know, I've been the CEO of a few companies, you can control hundreds of people underneath you. They don't even know you're controlling them. Just by something you say to your vice president, they make it happen.
Right.
And they form a lot of the opinions that we have about. And Cat Williams is a guy that he is maligned specifically because he speaks out against the Illuminati. I mean, this is Jesus Christ called the Illuminati. If you trace them back through time, you know, in the 60s they were called the establishment. We sometimes call them the 1%.
And now all these like really popular celebrities are throwing these Illuminati signs, and like if you watch their music videos and you slow them down, you'll see them throwing signs, and there's all these little bits and pieces, and you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's hard to tell who's just copying, you know, LeBron James and who's really doing it, because you know, these secret societies is kind of a recruiting for the dark side of this world, and you're
making.
Wonder
how many children Beyonce and Jay-Z ate or murdered or whatever, because they're like so famous and they're so Illuminati too, you know.
Well, you know, the devil requires child sacrifice. Do a little math, and you know, I live in a town where there's about 10,000 people. There have probably been 3 or 4 tragic child deaths in my lifetime. But you go look through Hollywood, how many families have lost a child? I mean, the numbers, it's staggering. It's like 20,000% higher than the average. So there's something going on there, without a doubt. And it's just, it is hard to get your face on television and mainstream media unless you are down with these guys. But evil's not the only force at work in this world. There's also good too, so.
That's where you're at. So we could talk for hours, obviously.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see the movie now. How can I see this movie?
Well, yeah, exactly.
All right, I'll give you 2 options.
Okay.
One is the preferable, and then I'll give you the easy one.
Okay.
But you can go order the DVD at agdmovie.com, Anatomy of a Great Deception, agdmovie.com. Or frankly, if you go on YouTube, it's all over the place. You'll find it.
And now you've got another movie coming out. When do you think that's going to come out? And what's that going to really focus on? I mean, my whole thing was really, at the end of the day, you got the 2 buildings, they fell. Everybody's going to believe the planes, but at the end of the day, you have Building 7 that wasn't hit by a plane.
Building 7's a smoking gun.
Yeah.
If you're going to do one thing, find out what happened to Building 7.
Yeah.
And unless you are completely a zombie, you will, I mean,
How many people knew about Building 7 on 9/11? Did you guys know about Building 7? There was 3 buildings. Anybody know about that? You guys know about that? You know about Building 7? Yeah, look up Building 7. It wasn't hit by a plane. Looked like it kind of came down with some demolition.
And now we're starting to get deathbed confessions from former CIA agents that said, look, I wired up the building. I was part of the team that did it.
Well, I mean, there's no way that a plane, like the steel of a plane, cannot slice through the steel of a building such as that. I mean, just
It's like a bullet hitting a big oak tree. And the tree's not going to collapse in on itself and turn to dust. It's physically impossible. So many laws of physics were broken that day.
I know, because a plane, I'm getting caught up here. A plane's, like the wings wouldn't slice. It just wouldn't happen that way.
And jet fuel is kerosene, which doesn't even really burn very hotly.
Right.
And so somehow this was attributed to melting steel. It's just, it's a laughable story. That
well, see what I actually learned from things that happen around here too. Like a plane hit a bridge here in Detroit many years ago, and the bridge was still up and running the following day. You've seen luggage, you've seen plane parts.
The one where the one girl.
Yeah,
the one
little
girl
girl, she lived.
Oh, Cecilia Sheehan.
Yeah, they hit the 94 bridge coming over.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Or they didn't make it over, or one of the two. But yeah, it was right there. You could see the bridge looked like it was. I mean, and if you look also at a lot of plane, when they crash and stuff like that, there's very little fire because it all explodes like a car. If it blows up in an auto race, you just
we saw most of the fuel burn up right
there.
And then you got black smoke coming out of the buildings, which means
it's
a low temp. It's something worth looking into because.
What about that smoking hole in Pennsylvania with no debris in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah,
planes disappeared at the Pentagon and at Shanksville.
And then
the whole story is a joke.
All the black boxes are gone. Oh, and I love this one. Here's the one that I love the most. Is a plane, okay, it flies down, it not only hits light poles on the way into the Pentagon, which obviously once you hit birds or light poles, the plane is gonna, fly out of course and hit the ground right there. But ironically that day, it not only hit post, but it kept flying along the way and hit the Pentagon after it flew around the Pentagon and came back.
And all these disasters that happen on the news and whatnot, there's that one lady that's in the crying lady that's in every single story. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, crisis actors, actually. In fact, one of the guys that was interviewed for 9/11 who's like, the buildings were burning and they fell down.
Yeah.
He was also a witness at the LAX shooting 10 years later.
Yeah.
And they cycle these guys.
They do.
Well, yeah, because they're secret. They know all the secrets.
We gotta wrap it up.
We do.
They're throwing stuff at us. They're like literally throwing
Jeff
stuff at us.
Hoagland here.
Oh my God, I know. I get tired.
By the way, I got T-shirts for all your guests on that chair. You guys help yourselves.
Wake up.
Cool.
We got T-shirts and we got a book.
Yeah.
Let's open the book real quick. The book.
So the 401 book's coming out. This is what I spent the last couple years. It's supposed to be 3 months. It turned out to be a lot longer. This is 2,000 quotes from history that will help you follow the footprints of evil, how it has gotten to this point.
Okay.
And these are from credible people. These are from presidents, reporters, Carl Bernstein, Solzhenitsyn, you name it. 1,800 quotes, the 401 book. It'll be, it's being published as we speak, but you can order copy orders at, I think the 401book.com, I think. But I'm not in charge of those big decisions.
Just Google his name and
David Hooper's over there at Cave Radio. Once again, say it again, the digits, so we know how to find you guys.
CRB Radio, and then our show, it's buried somewhere in the annals of Cave Radio. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole.
There you go.
Yes, thank you so
much.
much.
You guys are great. I love you guys.
We're going to get out of here. We're going to be right back with our live musical guest tonight. Mr. Jeff Hoagland is in the house. Coming up right after this.
CES 2018, and we're at our last year's best of, and they just might take it again this year. We're at Kinemo with Corel, and we're going to talk about the insane hologram projectors that you guys have. So, we were here last year, but at Kinemo, you guys, it looked like you upped the game. We love the way you have this display where you can mount multiple units and get a huge wall. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
How did you guys come up with this technology?
Yeah, it's lots of work, 3 years of work and magic, lots of magic, engineering magic, yeah. But now, today we have this product which is called Hypervision, and multiple units can be combined together to create a single large visual of any size, and you can, as you can see today here.
And the best part about this, it's not just a visual. You could do video rolls. I've seen this thing display text. So there's so many applications you could do. Now you could also get a single unit and do something as a storefront window. But for us at the music world, guys, take a look at this stuff. If you're a band, this is the new video wall. This will give you so many things, so many designs that you could do. Now, let's just say we have a bunch of stuff. Is it something that the consumer could actually edit their own video, or do they have to go to the company to get the new pieces of video they want to display?
So technically, so any format is supported. So MP4, AV, so anything that you have in your computer can be uploaded and then played. But obviously, you know, if you want the best effect, so you would like to have 3D rendered graphics put on it. And normally you just render it, you know, specifically. So that's what brands do. So they, you know, create a brief, and then agencies or we work towards this brief to create the best piece of graphics, to create the best experience for people.
That is great. Now, what's the price point? Because I know there's multiple size units. So let's talk about that. Because last year I think you had 3 sizes. Is that the same this year?
Well, today, right now, we're shipping one size, 22-inch. It's 56 centimeters. And we've been shipping it successfully. So this is the first time we're showing this size at CES here 2018. And this product is not available for sale yet, but will be in 2018, and the price will be revealed later in this year.
Right, because last year I think there were like 2 blades on the unit. Now I see it's a 4-blade unit. And boy, the punch it gives now is just so amazing. Now, to purchase this, where would we go to pick this up?
So the best way to purchase it would be just to get in touch with us directly, and then we would redirect to one of our distributors around the world, depending on where you're based.
And what's the website?
It's kino-mo.com, kino-mo.com.
Now we'll have links down here in the description, just so it's an easy 1-2 boom, click and see. But guys, you have seen the next big thing. Not just lighting and not just video. It is true holographic projection that's 3D, it's in your face, and it is so immersive. For us, we know we're going to be picking up some units, but for you bands out there, this is the stuff that's going to get you on the next level. We really appreciate you guys taking the time with us. And again, I'm pretty sure this is going to be our best of 2 years in a row. No one's ever done that. But with a product like this, that's why you have it. Again, thank you for everything, my friend. For us, for Hypervision here at Kino-mo, CES 2018 and Buzz TV, we're out of here. See ya.
Turn up. Yeah. I'm on a mission. I'm getting money, stacking chips and counting A. No going broke. I'm in a winning. I got these plans, yeah. I'm getting riches and now they all wanna say what they've been thinking. I see them hating, we don't hustle the same. You're too busy waiting. I'm out here getting, cause I did it for the love of money. 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 I did it for the love of money. 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 Every time I ride, always on my grind, always on my grind. I do it for the love of money. Do it for the love of money. Did it for the love of money. Did it for the love of money.
I took trips. Couldn't kick it with the kids, cause I'm out here trying to get rich. My best friend is a fifth. Diamonds on my neck, speak my name is with respect, homie. This life chose me. How can I complain when money falling off the tree? How can I say no when that girl kneeling on her knees? Looking up to me like she me and fucking Jesus. Gucci sick with the measles. I'ma get the poppin' if you stop me and my people. Stepping out the Lincoln, ain't no window that is see-through. You can't see me, little homie, till I see you. I'm the boss of the bosses. You deserted me to go before it would've cost us. And I did it for the love of money. Now I'm here and I do it for the love of money. I did 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 it for the love of money. Yeah, I did it for the love of money. Love of money. I did it for the love of money. My
time and you can't take it. My pocket's full up to the limit, and you didn't sign me on that dotted line. So I stay creative, and I know the secret, and I meditate, so I'ma get what I want. You can never stop me, cause I'm gifted with my thoughts, yeah. You wouldn't believe what I bought, I had to fight for everything. You wouldn't believe how I fought, hey. This life, it chose me. It's like it owes me. How can I say no when money's falling off the trees? I did it for the love of money. 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 Yeah, I did it for the love of money. Love of money. I did it for the love of money. For the love of money, yeah. Every time I ride. Every time I ride. Always on my grind. Do it for the love of money. Do it for the love of money. Did 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 it for the love of money. Do it for the love of money. Yeah, I did it for the love of money. Love of money. Did it for the love of money. Love of money. Yeah. Every time I ride. Always on my grind. Do it for the love of money. I did it for the love of money.
Yo! That was a good one.
For the love of money, baby.
That's right, our buddies there, Mr. J Stories, Lewis Hensley, doing it.
They were just on WJLB, right?
Yeah, they were on WJLB. Make sure you check. They are doing great things, and they're gonna actually come out and do a little their music here in a couple of weeks. So, looking forward to them performing live on our stage tonight. Live on our stage, we have the one and only Jeff Hoagland Blues Band. Gentlemen, are you ready? Let's hear some blues, shall we?
How's everybody doing? All right. Here's some blues here. All right. This first one we're going to do is an original song that Jeff put together about a year or so ago. And this is we're going to be recording a live CD in another couple of months, and this one will be on it. Gave up my home, gave up my wife, gave up my money, and I gave up my life. I just don't know what more can I do. Well, I've thrown it all away just to be thrown away by you. Gave up my future, gave up my past. You know I'm going down, down, down. You know I'm sinking fast. I just don't know what more can I do. Well, I've thrown it all away just to be thrown away by you. sure ain't deaf. I sure ain't blind, but I think I'm going crazy. I think I've lost my mind, I just don't know. What more can I do? Well, I've thrown it all away just to be thrown away by you. Gave up my home, gave up my life, gave up my money, gave up my wife. I just don't know. What more can I do? Well, I've thrown it all away just to be thrown away by you. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Mr. Brian Smith right there. Windsor Slim, we call him. Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Okay, we're gonna do a slower one right here. This is for a buddy of VJ and mine. Buddy of ours back in Australia.
There you go.
If Jeremy's watching, is he?
Jeremy's probably watching.
Jeremy's watching? I hope he is. All right, this one's for Jeremy though. Well, I'm sorry about that. Business signal, baby. Last night on your telephone. I said I'm sorry about that business signal. Last night on your telephone. Just couldn't reach it. And a three-way party going on. Yeah. Well, it was me and Jimmy Beam, baby. Your picture sent the table there. Just me and old Jimmy Beam. And your picture sent the table there, huh? Oh, Lord have mercy. All through the proceedings. Oh, your picture did was still. stub and toe. Oh, Jimmy Bean, darling. Thought the old boy never stopped. Never spoke a word. Not a single, not a dry hop. When I was finished, I laid them on the table. So high, gonna really rock. Yeah, come on in here, baby, come on in here. Ah, yeah! My finger all up in your picture's face. Never spoke back, took the deal. I stuck my finger all up in your picture's face. It never spoke back, took the deal. I laid your picture face down on the table and went back to that Frigidaire.
Jeff Hoagland, Jeff, come on down for a minute, man. Live and in the house, we got the Jeff Hoagland Band here. Come on down, Jeff. It's like hanging out with the Carter family, bro. The Carter family, man. It's like we got the family members in the house tonight. Get in the middle, you know how it is. Get in there. Kelly's got a couple of quick questions.
So how are ya?
I'm good.
That was awesome. Thank you. So who are these other fine fellas?
Oh, let's see.
Who we got here? You do it.
Back behind me right here, my right-hand man and partner in crime. From Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We call him Windsor Slim.
Windsor Slim.
Look, I mean, look at that body, right? Look at that body. He works out. He works out, right? No, that's Mr. Brian Smith right there. I'm the bass guitar from Detroit, Michigan, Tracy Garno. And the mayor of Port Huron back behind me, beautiful Donnie Burton. Port Huron, Michigan, right there.
So what do you got coming up, man?
Oh boy, we're playing all over creation. We just played a weekend in Sarnia this past week. Brian and I are actually doing an acoustic gig this Saturday night, right?
Saturday night, yeah.
At Shopmakers on Dix there in Lincoln. Oh, is that Southgate? Yeah, Southgate, I think.
I don't know, I'm not from around here.
Oh, come on, you're South Detroit, right across the bridge there. Yeah, so on Saturday night we're doing an acoustic gig. Then we got some stuff coming up in Port Huron. We're all over, like I said, we're all over creation right now. All over the place, every weekend.
The love.
The love of blues.
We're trying.
Exactly.
Well, I loved it. It was absolutely awesome. We need to thank our guests
Yes,
for
let's
the
thank our
evening. David Hooper, it was so awesome. I could have talked to you forever.
David Debiasi over there, also both of those cats from Cave Radio. Make sure you're listening to them live over there on Cave Radio. The crew, we want to thank everybody in the crew as always. Jeff Hoagland, you got another song in you, man?
Sure.
Jeff Hoagland's going to do one more song. Where do we find you, by the way? What website, anything like that?
Oh, our band page is on Facebook. I try to update it once in a while, but I'm pretty bad for that. But I do post on my personal Facebook page. So
just find him on
I got a cousin, actually, that probably knows how to help you out. His name is Jimmy. Maybe we're going to hook you up with his graphic design stuff. Yeah, we got a lot of cousins in our family.
Yeah, Jimmy's not a bad guy. He's all right. I don't know.
Exactly. Anyhow, so once again, we're glad you made it out to Tune In TwosDaze tonight. Jeff?
Thank you to the guests at home who are watching.
Yes, everybody. And once again, Jeff's going to take over the mic, and he's going to take over the music and do the whole thing. And we want to say, hey, next week we're going to be doing it again live right here at the CS313.tv studios.
Leather, right?
Nor Leather's in the house next week.
We got burlesque.
We got burlesque, maybe some burlesque. Maybe we can get our good friend, what's his name? The guy who gets naked.
The guy who gets naked? I know a lot of guys who get naked.
What was that one guy who came on our show? What was his name?
I don't know who the hell.
I forget. He was at the Dirty Show last year. But anyways, the Dirty Show's back in town, so it's going to be going on. And let's not forget, Dr. Bob's going to be coming out, giving us some massages. And I think it's that time to take it away. One more song.
Yes. There we go. Thank you and good night.
We do have, like Brian mentioned a little bit ago, we're going to be working on a new studio CD here pretty soon, which is long overdue. But we also got in April, I believe it is, we're playing at a place over in Windsor called Jake's Blues Juke Joint or something. Roadhouse. And we're going to be recording a live CD that night. So this song right here is one of the ones going to be on our new studio CD, and will probably be on the live one too, I'm sure. This one's called Suicide Blues. The way you treat me, feeling just like a fool. And the way that you look at him, treating me the way you do, I got the suicide blues. Yeah, I can't stand the way that you cheat and lie. Where you're always doing me wrong. Know you line up in his bed, him all night long. I got the suicide blues. Well, I put up a gun to my head, put some pills down my throat, noose around my neck, write you a suicide note. I got the suicide blues. 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 that you run around the way you're always putting me down. Know that nothing's ever gonna change. It's always the same old song. I got the suicide blues. Well, I can't stand the way you treat me. I'm feeling just like a fool. Can't stand the way that you look at him and treat me the way you do. I got the suicide blues. Well, I pulled up a gun to my head, put some pills down my throat, put a noose around my neck, write you a suicide note. I got the suicide blues. 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 I got the suicide. I got the suicide blues. I got the suicide blues. I got the suicide.